Hello, everyone. I am out in the forest walking my trail, this trail that I've spent a few years now making. And every time I walk this trail, and I walk it most days, there's something that nature has for me, some gift nature has for me. And they come in these forms of like metaphors that I relate to my life, relate back to my life. And this morning, as I'm walking, we just had this crazy wind and rainstorm in southern Maine, and there is so much debris on the trail, so many branches and sticks and some huge trees. And sorry, the lesson as I've been walking, what's coming to me is this realization that it's important to clean up after a storm. And when I first entered my trail and saw all the debris, I was like, oh, there's a lot of mess here. And part of me really was like, oh, I'll just go around it. I'll just leave it because I really want to walk this whole trail and I don't have a ton of time. So I'm going to just find ways around these branches and trees. But another part of me was like, no, let's clean up. Let's clean up. Who cares if we don't walk the whole trail? And so I started cleaning up as I was walking, just moving the branches off to the side of the trail. And soon, not too far down the trail, I started feeling this real sense of calm and satisfaction and just like depth of presence, connection to my trail, connection to myself. And I was like, that's because I'm taking the time to clean up. That's why I feel this wonderful feeling in my body. Now, had I just walked around everything, I probably still would have had a fine morning, but I would have come out the next day and had the same mess to work around. And I think so often in our lives, because we're very busy and have these to-do lists and things we think are super important to get done, that we tend to walk around, try to avoid, not confront the messes, and they just stay there and keep bugging us. And what happens when we actually decide to clean up the messes. And what I'm talking about messes in our lives, or relating the storm mess to, I'm thinking about relationships in our lives with people. Maybe there's people that we have had some upsets with, some storms, some arguments with, that we haven't really gone back and clarified and cleaned up that mess, maybe taken care of our part, said we're sorry for something, or explained what was going on for us and why we acted the way we did. So there's those kinds of messes, relationship messes, and those relationships can be with ourselves as well. Sometimes there's storms in our own bodies, and our bodies are trying to talk to us, and we just try to avoid it, push it back, push those feelings back down, and try to keep going on with our day. And our body, our being, our inner wisdom is trying to tell us something, and we're not listening because it feels stormy, it feels chaotic, it feels maybe scary. And then there's also like the physical messes, like in our houses and our homes, that sometimes we avoid taking care of. You know, we get messy creating a project or something, or with our paperwork, and then we just leave it around in piles. And those things that we leave, those messes, those storms we leave behind and try to just keep avoiding and working around, it affects us on a deep level. It affects our sense of well-being. It affects our ability to be calm and feel grounded. And so, message from the trail today is take the time to clean up after storms. And of course, there might be lots of storms in our lives. So start small, take baby steps. What feels the most important? You know, when we take the time to clean up, we create more depth and more satisfaction. We create better connections to ourselves and to those in our life that are important to us. And we create clarity and a clear path forward. And as I'm walking the trail that I cleared, I feel that clarity and that grounding that comes from having done the hard work of cleaning up. So it can be scary and feel uncomfortable to clean up messes, especially when we have patterns with ourselves or with someone else that we feel like we've failed, or we're scared we're going to create another storm, and so we avoid. And this message from nature is don't avoid it. Don't avoid it. Find the courage, and sometimes we need support. So I'm here if you want support to untangle the mess and create some clarity and some vision for moving forward, create some new perspective, some new understanding within yourself that will support you to have the courage to do what feels right, to create a better life for yourself. But beginning one step at a time with what's in front of you, the storm that's in front of you today. And this is a reminder for me too to, the last time I was with my dad, we had a bit of an argument, and it's been a couple weeks now and I haven't gone back. I haven't worked that storm out inside of myself and gone back to say what feels right in my heart to create some more clarity and connection there. So that's what's on my mind from this, is like that would help me relax and feel more at peace in my body if I took the time to think about that relationship and what boundaries, maybe were crossed, what boundaries I need to speak about that feel important to uphold for myself, what I said that I maybe didn't mean because I was just frustrated, angry. Like there's always room, even if the other person doesn't get it or doesn't understand or doesn't, if you can create that clarity within yourself, then there can be some movement forward, and it can help healing on all levels. Okay, I've talked on long enough. Hopefully you've gotten something from this this morning's talk on lessons from my trail, and I look forward to connecting with you if you want to reach out. Okay, have a great day.